Do you think Tinder really wants you to find love? Welcome to the murky world where swipes rule the hearts, or allegedly so. Today we're delving deep into the question that has been niggling at the back of our minds. Is Tinder really the Cupid's modern tool, or is it a crafty business model capitalizing on our yearning for connection? Are we swiping for love or falling into a well-laid trap? Intrigued? Stay with us as we unravel the truth behind the glossy facade of Tinder. Ever wondered why Chad and Tyrone always seem to win the Tinder game? Well, it's not just a matter of luck or good looks, there's a bigger picture at play here. In the world of online dating, particularly on platforms like Tinder, there's a shocking statistic that you may not be aware of. A whopping 80% of all men on Tinder are virtually invisible to women, with only the top 20% of men, those Chads and Tyrones, really reaping the benefits of the platform. Think of it this way. If Tinder were a party, the Chads and Tyrones would be the life of the party, constantly surrounded by interested women, while the average guy would be standing awkwardly by the snack table, struggling to strike up a conversation. Now you might be thinking, but I've got a great personality, surely that counts for something. Well, unfortunately the harsh truth is, on Tinder, it's less about personality and more about immediate physical appeal. The average guy, no matter how witty or charming, finds himself lost in the sea of six-packs and chiseled jaws. And what's more, even if you do manage to match with someone, the chances of it leading to a long-term relationship or marriage are slim to none. Tinder, for all its claims of sparking connections, is more of a platform for casual flings than for meaningful relationships. So, if you're an average Joe, relying on Tinder to find your soulmate, well, you might be in for a disappointment. In fact, you have a better shot of mastering calculus than finding a long-term partner on Tinder. So what's the takeaway here? Well, if you're an average guy, it might be time to reconsider your Tinder subscription. Maybe it's time to put down the phone, pick up a textbook, and learn something new. After all, who knows? Maybe that calculus textbook will lead you to the love of your life. So if you're an average Joe, you might want to reconsider your Tinder subscription and pick up a calculus textbook instead. But what about the women on Tinder? Are they really there to find love? Now, this is where things get interesting. It's easy to assume that everyone on Tinder is there with the same goal, to find a meaningful relationship. But that's not always the case. Let's take a step back and explore a theory that's been floating around. It suggests that a significant number of women on Tinder are actually there for something entirely different: attention and validation. Sounds surprising, doesn't it? Well, it's not as far-fetched as it might seem. In today's digital age, social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook have become spaces where people seek validation in the form of likes, comments, and shares. And Tinder in many ways is just an extension of that. By swiping right, users are essentially saying, yes, I find you attractive. And for some, that validation can be addictive. It's a confidence boost, a little ego stroke, every time someone swipes right on their profile. And who doesn't like feeling attractive? But here's where it gets complicated for those genuinely seeking a connection. If a person is on Tinder primarily for that attention, then any conversation, any connection that follows, is secondary. It's not about finding a partner, but about maintaining that stream of validation. Now, this isn't to say that every woman on Tinder fits this mold. Not at all. There are plenty who are genuinely interested in finding a relationship. But it does mean that navigating the Tinder landscape can be trickier than it appears on the surface. And what does this mean for the average guy, who's already facing the uphill battle we discussed earlier? Well, it means that not only is he competing against a horde of other men for attention, but he's also competing against the very platform itself, against the addictive nature of the swiping and the validation. So, the next time you match with someone on Tinder, ask yourself this: are you a potential partner, or are you just another right swipe? Another notch in their belt of validation? As the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold. So you might just be a stepping stone on someone else's journey of self-validation. What if we told you, Tinder's business model doesn't want you to find love? Now that might sound like a conspiracy theory, but let's delve a bit deeper. The whole purpose of a business is to generate revenue and profit, right? And how does Tinder do this? By keeping you swiping. The more you swipe, the more ads you see, and the more money they make. If you found the love of your life in the first week, you'd delete the app, and Tinder's revenue stream would dry up. Let's take a look at Tinder Plus and Tinder Select, the premium versions of Tinder. These memberships promise a better experience, more matches, and an array of exclusive features. All this for a monthly fee, but what they don't tell you is that spending money doesn't guarantee success. The reality is that Tinder Plus and Tinder Select create an artificial sense of hope. You think, if I pay, I'll have better chances at finding love. But remember, the platform's success doesn't hinge on you finding a partner. It hinges on you staying and paying. Consider this. If everyone found their perfect match right away, there'd be no need for continued subscriptions or ad revenue. It's in Tinder's best interest for you to remain single, hopeful, and swiping. And what about the women you match with? If you're a premium member, some may see you as a potential financial target, not a potential partner. That's not to say everyone on Tinder has ulterior motives, but it's worth considering when you're evaluating the value of your premium subscription. So before you reach for your wallet, think about what you're really getting. Are you paying for a genuine chance at love, or are you paying for the illusion of better odds? In the end, you may be paying more for an illusion of better odds. Is it worth investing in a Tinder Plus or Tinder Select membership? This is a question that many are asking, especially considering the steep price tag that comes with these premium features. Now, let's take a moment and think about this. Suppose you're an average guy, you're not exactly a Hollywood heartthrob. You decide to take the plunge and invest in a premium Tinder membership, hoping it will increase your chances of success. But here's the harsh reality. Even with a premium membership, there's a chance, a significant one at that, you might not get a single match in a year. Yes, you heard that right. A whole year can go by, and you might not experience the thrill of seeing "it's a match" pop up on your screen. That's a lot of money down the drain, wouldn't you agree? It's like buying a lottery ticket, only to find out it's a dud, over and over again. But let's say you do get a match. You might think, hey, the investment paid off. But hold your horses. You've got to consider the kind of partner you're attracting. Are they genuinely interested in you, or are they more interested in the financial stability that your premium membership implies? You see, the premium membership doesn't just act as a beacon for potential matches, but it can also attract gold diggers. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but these are real possibilities that you need to be aware of. Premium membership doesn't equate to guaranteed success. It's a gamble, and like any gamble, it's risky. You could end up losing more than you bargained for, both financially and emotionally. In the end, it's not about how much you're willing to pay, but rather, understanding what you're paying for. Will you be getting the results you want, or will you end up feeling shortchanged, left with nothing more than an empty wallet and a bruised ego? So, before you swipe your card for Tinder, remember, you might be swiping for a costly gamble. So is Tinder the modern-day Cupid or a cunning business? Let's recap the salient points we've discussed today. We've unveiled the reality that only the top 20% of men, our friends Chad and Tyrone, are the ones scoring the flings. For the average Joe, trying to decipher the intricate world of calculus might prove a more fruitful endeavor than seeking a long-term relationship on this platform. We've explored the notion that many women use the platform as a source of validation, rather than a means to find a genuine connection. It's a sobering thought that your heartfelt message could just be another ego boost for someone on the other side of the screen. We've also scrutinized Tinder's business model. It's a curious paradox, isn't it? The platform promises to help you find love, yet its financial success hinges on your continued search, rather than your romantic fulfillment. They profit more from your journey than your destination. And let's not forget the costly gamble of the Tinder Plus and Tinder Select memberships. No guarantee of success, yet a surefire way to lighten your wallet. And even if you do strike gold, you must then question the motivations of your newfound connection. So, as we navigate the tumultuous waters of online dating, let's be critical. Let's weigh the glittering promises against the stark realities. In the quest for love, remember, not all that glitters is gold. Sometimes it's just a well-crafted Tinder profile. If you like this video, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe with bell notifications, and share.